Ba ba da ba ba. Let's see. Waiting. Ba ba da ba ba. Let's see. All right, let's get started. Waiting. Ba ba da ba ba. So, today we're going to be playing the Nuzlocke visual novel. I actually had a hand in developing this. I helped organize a bunch of stuff and get people's sprites. So all the sprites are drawn by different artists, and also they wrote their own stories. But yeah, it's been quite a while since I've played this. So, start. Now we have to pick a day, and whatever day we pick is whatever character we get. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Give me 1 second. Pick. I'll link this to. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So, we pick a day, and then we run into a bunch of characters, and yeah, you can pick which character's route you want to follow. So, what day do we want to go for? There are a few routes that I can't remember, but let's go for one I can remember. Let's try Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Everyone here? Be a bit loud if anything. I think I'll turn that down. Okay. Hope that's a bit easier. Oh, it's on auto. Silly me. Okay, let's try again. Alright, it's Tuesday. I remember the discussion vaguely. It's for the best. A new start, a new goal. Better off here than here, there than here, right? It made me feel slightly sick. For almost all my life, it had been as though we'd been stuck in some sort of limbo, waiting for a single moment. We all knew it was coming for a long time, so it was difficult to know how to react when it finally did come. All we knew was that it would change everything. After so long, living the same way though, I had no idea how to change, or if it was okay for me to change, to move on. This is a little bit loud in my ears. 1 second. Okay. I was given a handful of choices, but I couldn't bring myself to pick anything significant. I didn't want it to look like I was giving myself a reward for my patience, and I couldn't stand the thought if someone accused me of it. In the end, I picked the only safe choice there was, the choice I was sure wouldn't be so different from my past life. The school I chose was vast and well-renowned. So many big names had come out of this place. I thought it and the students there would just forget about an underachiever like me. If I was lucky, I would cruise through without amounting to anything, get my trainer's license and wander out into the wide world by myself. I'd never been able to make many friends. The kids from school always looked right through me. I couldn't spend time with them, and I didn't want to either. I hoped this school would have people like that again. Yamabuki North High. The very name of the place is enough to make me nervous. I keep thinking something is going to go horribly wrong, though I don't know what. Ah, there it is. Already late on my first day. Yeah, what do you want? The eye patch immediately grabs my attention. Was it the result of an accident? I heard Yamabuki North employed a lot of retired trainers. He doesn't look all that old though, so has the eye patch got something to do with it? Almost pirate-like. I'll have to constantly remind myself not to slip up and call her captain or something now that I've thought that. I'm looking for a Evangeline Hollows. I'm Haru Ito. I transferred in today. It's Ava-sensei. Sorry? Ava-sensei. It's what you'll be calling me from now on. I'm your homeroom teacher. And since you haven't decided if you're going to be doing a specialized course or not yet, I guess that makes me your advanced training teacher too. Spin around in a circle, would you? Huh? Why? Just do it already. Why are you looking at me like that? Weird. You didn't put much effort into your uniform, did you? I just picked whatever looked most comfortable. That's something the both of us have in common then. You passed the school uniform policy, so we're good to go. But try to be on time next time, would you? She noticed. The hallways are boringly normal. There's nothing much about them that looks different from other schools. Though the posters hanging up catch my eye as we pass by the bulletin board. I see posters advertising different clubs and courses like coordinating, martial arts and survival training. It's an odd collection compared to schools I've been to in the past, though it does sound interesting. Class 2-3 will be your homeroom from now on. You come here in the morning for roll call, and most of your lessons will be here too, except for the classes that require special facilities. Because we all have specialized courses at this school, a lot of classes overlap and get mixed together. So there's a lot of opportunities to meet people. Alright, stay out here till I call you for you. Gotta do things properly around here. I stare down at my own feet for a while, vaguely listening to what's going on inside the room. The roll gets called off. Although I can hear the teacher try to go through it quickly in order to get it over and done with, the people that respond to do so with a drawn-out here or present, like they're trying to annoy her. As the time ticks by, I start to get nervous. Anxious. I really don't want to do what's coming next, but I just want to get it over and done with already. When the door opens and the teacher sticks her head out to call me in, the butterfree fluttering around in my stomach turn into a swarm of beedrill. Eyepatch Sensei, or whatever her name is, raises an eyebrow at me, but I don't want to admit I'm nervous. I take a deep breath and cast my eyes over the students sitting before me. Everyone seems normal enough. It seems strange for people to look directly at me, though. I've always been used to being looked over, through, or treated like a ghost. My hands are sweaty and my mouth is dry, but I have to do this. I'm Haru Ito. I just transferred here today and it's nice to meet you all, I guess. The class is quiet for a second, but the atmosphere seems to change. The students start to relax and look around elsewhere. The tribe has accepted me as one of their own. I glance across at the tribe leader, seeking her final approval. She looks at me skeptically. Maybe I didn't do as good a job as I thought. Just take a look at the board over there. Everything happens for a reason. Pleading duty today with a little Totoro. Well, Haru. Luckily the rest of the class more than makes up for your lack of enthusiasm. Take one of the spare seats and we'll get started. If you need some notes for what I've covered in class so far, ask somebody else. But feel free to ask me anything if you want to know about the school afterwards. I find an empty seat towards the back of the class and sit down, wondering what she meant by ask someone else. I get the feeling the teacher I've been given has a lazy streak, but it's still too early for me to make any definitive judgments about this place. I take a look around once more whilst Eyepatch Sensei speed reads out some announcements. Psst, hey! Huh? Who's poking me?
Hi, I'm Sky Satori.
Oh, hi. Maybe if I act uninterested, she'll leave me alone. Thanks, but I brought some notebooks already to write in.
No, they're the class notes. That is, if you want them.
Oh, yeah, notes would be helpful.
Ava-sensei won't help you unless you bribe her. It's one of those well-known secret kind of deals. Don't talk about it. And just so you know, most students here charge you for their notes too. But that's not really my thing. So, my notes are free.
Thanks then?
No problem. Oh, one last thing. If you're looking for clubs to get involved in, you're welcome to visit the Battle Club, if you're interested in it in any way.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind. Not even a few minutes in and someone is already trying to lure me into a club. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to look around and see what sorts of clubs there are. Okay, talking time is over. If I remember right, we're up to page 27 in practical usage of environmental objects in battle. Let's pick up from there and brainstorm some situations where using the environment could be a detriment or a benefit. The final school bell rings throughout the classroom. Students stream out into the hallways, all going there to their various after-school activities or home. People try to wave their goodbyes at me, though I know I haven't exactly been the friendliest person in return to them today. I just didn't know what to do. By the time I get myself sorted and put my books back in my bag, the room is empty. I feel overwhelmed more than anything, though, so the silence gives me a moment to breathe. Oh, Haru. You're here? It's that eye patch sensei again. Great. Yeah, is everything okay? Fine, just a long day. You should know I'm extremely good at telling when people are lying. So, how about you tell me what's really going through that head of yours? It's just... I don't know what I was expecting. I heard Yamabuki North was full of people that cared more about grades. Interesting. You know, Haru, I think you should keep a much more open mind about this place. What do you mean? Since it's not what you expected, you should just cast those expectations aside. Start fresh, without any preconceptions. I'm not saying you have to change yourself, but you should at least try to be open when it comes to people here. So, how about it? I guess I can try. That's the spirit. You'll definitely need some amount of spirit if you want to get through my lessons too, that's for sure. We got some pretty intensive physical lessons coming up. Ah, that's right. Since you're starting off fresh, did you have any questions you'd like to ask me? Okay, we got quite a few here. Let's work our way from the top. What kind of facilities does the school have? There's a lot of sporting and athletic facilities, including an indoor swimming center, gym for martial arts, basketball court, and a running track. We have an auditorium where they hold a lot of lectures across a variety of subjects, and the library here is one of the best in the city for resources. We've also got fully fitted out kitchens and science labs for those sorts of things too. And then there's the dorms for students if you're living on campus. You can find me in the teacher's lounge, by the way. Try not to annoy me too much, though. I'll give you one of my reference lists for books and websites that you can use for my classes tomorrow. She seems awfully well prepared for someone that seems so lazy. What sort of clubs are there here? It's more fun than I care for. We have 4 categories of clubs: sports, cultural, Pokemon, and other. Sports pretty obvious. If you go to any of the various sporting facilities on campus, you're bound to find one in there. Cultural clubs, they have literature, art, music and drama. Focus on creative stuff and learning. Pokemon clubs about coordination, battle practice, research, so on. You can take care of the Pokemon on campus as well if you like cleaning out stables for hours, that is. The other clubs include things like cooking, gardening, and there's the school council and newspaper if you're interested in helping with that. Just go looking around the school and you'll eventually find them all. Do you advise a club at all? When I'm bothered, I advise the drama club. You can join that if you want, or not. Doesn't matter to me, though. Although we're running low on new members since last year's third-year students graduated. Might close soon if we don't get more. I think she'd be a bit more enthusiastic about people joining. What kind of lessons are there? Since you're a second year, you'll have the ability to choose from a wide range of courses that could lead to a successful career. There's classes on coordinating, breeding, ranger training, emergency response, and even boring stuff like scientific research or paleontology. I thought paleontology would be interesting. Try saying that again after you've been hunched over a fossil for a week cleaning it with a toothbrush. Tell me about student life. Most of the kids here are kept busy by the courses and clubs here, but there's still a lot to do around the place. Let's turn this down. Okay. If you're in the dorms, there's a lot of opportunities to hang out and meet the other students living there. There's a popular shopping district nearby as well if you're looking for food or somewhere to go off campus. Cafes and game arcade that's pretty popular with the kids. Some of them have jobs there if you're interested. Otherwise, there's also the park if you want to relax or get ice cream. I don't mind going to cafes every now and again. There's a couple around, though some might be a little more difficult to find than the other, but I'll leave that up to you to look for. Tell me about the teachers. Why, are you looking to swap to another class or something? No, that's not what I meant. I'm joking. Did you think I was being serious? Anyway, you're more likely to run into some teachers more than others due to your classes. There's Adele, who's technically a librarian rather than a teacher, but if you get stuck on any topics, you can ask her for help. Sky teaches swimming and advises the swimming club. Oh, and stay away from Professor Sycamore, whatever you do. Is he dangerous? No, but I wish he would stop teasing me by flirting with me all the time. Embarrassing. I haven't met this professor yet, but are you sure he's teasing you? Ah, the bombshell. How'd you get that eye patch? Pride of Wild Pyro attacked me back when I was a trainer. Pyro, are you serious? No, actually the truth is I had an accident involving a magician's vanishing cabinet when I was young. The magician tried to make me disappear, but he only managed to make my eye dip vanish. I think he's trying to make it reappear someday. Kinda doubt that happened, but I bet if I questioned again she'd make up another story. What? Why'd you go quiet all of a sudden? That's all I need to know. Right then. Did you have any other plans after school? Maybe you should take a look around campus so you'll be able to find your way around later. I got some work to do, but I might see you around. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget what I told you. Keep an open mind. Guess I should take a look around. Maybe I'll look at some of the other clubs too, just to know. Where should I go now? Alright, we got a few choices here. Science Tech Club, Pokemon Riding Club, Battle Practice Club, Band, Newspaper Club, or we can go to the dorm. That's Tuesday, isn't it? What should we go to? There's always the Go Home Club. Let's go Science Tech Club, hey? It's still really loud in my ears for some reason. Give me one moment. Hope it's not too loud for everyone else. Alright. Books, beakers, and binders cover the tables and floor of the Science and Technology Club room. I have to carefully step over them in order not to break anything. I wasn't too sure what I'd find when I came in to check this place out, but I really wasn't expecting this. I really like that background. I thought it'd be somewhat more orderly with charts and chalkboards full of experiment results. Actually, they're probably in here under all the mess. I don't know what kinds of experiments are going on here, to be honest. I suddenly realize I'm in the middle of the room, a room full of what is possibly very important research which could possibly be quite dangerous or valuable to the people in here. I begin to back out, but my hip knocks back a... Sorry, but my hip knocks a rack of test tubes over. I go to grab it, but miss. It topples towards the floor and the 3 test tubes shatter on impact, creating a puddle of broken glass and unidentifiable liquid. I swear this time it wasn't me! I look up, alerted by the shout. Since the club room had seemingly been empty when I entered, with a soft thud and a mumbled ow, a guy comes out from hiding under one of the note overflowing desks. Oh, I haven't seen you before. Neat. I thought I was going to get another lecture about my lack of order. I don't think lack of order does this mess justice. Does look like the place could use a cleaning, though. No. This is organized chaos. If anyone cleaned up in here, I wouldn't be able to find anything. And you know where things are now? Yeah, definitely. Like those test tubes you knocked over, half of them contained pulverized rubidium, and the other half contained water. If those two were to mix, it'd level the building. Luckily, I put corks in them. What? I suddenly stare nervously down at the floor, the urge to flee slowly rising inside me. I eye the puddle like something could go wrong at any second. However, despite the warning, the potentially deadly puddle looks suspiciously non-volatile. The guy in front of me cracks a smile. I've been had. I'm just yanking your chain. We were making aspirin. Just acid. Isn't that still dangerous? Yeah, but it's not like the floor is going to dissolve in the next few minutes. I've done that before. A couple times, actually. Like, on the floor over there next to the trash bin. That time, we decided to see how much of the floor would peel off before the janitor would sense it. Not much, it turned out. Is this guy for real? Yeah. Anyway, that's basically what goes on in here in the Science and Tech Lab. We live by the undying words of Cave Johnson from Portal 2. Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Also sometimes probably about why, but most often the other one. You always talk this much? Yeah, you're definitely new here. Name's Norman Fanderstein, but most people call me Fan. Fan the Rambler, if we're formal. Dr. Fanderstein if we're making puns. Because, well, Frankenstein, you know. Because puns. ... The two of us stare at each other for a few seriously awkward seconds. I have no idea how to respond at all to this, especially when I'm only a couple feet away from that still menacing-looking puddle. Van, or Dr. Fanderstein, suddenly claps his hands together enthusiastically to break the silence. Yeah, anyway, this is basically what's going on in here from right now. Acidic flora and structured chaos. Also puns. You plan on signing up? I think I need to think it over. No worries, we hear that a lot. In case you decide to come crawling back on your hands and knees though, mind the acid and the glass. It doesn't mix well with hands and knees. Unless you want to do an experiment with producing aspirin in your body. Oh, that might actually be an interesting experiment. I'll add that to the list. I'll just see myself out. I'm too young to become a test subject. Probably a good call. Civilians should evacuate the perimeter. I can't say that word. Civilians should evacuate the perimeter when science gets done. Actually, science might have to wait a bit to get done. Seems I have misplaced my pen. Was that why you were hiding underneath the desk? Oh, right. Thanks for the tour, I guess? No problem. I carefully avoid the puddle of broken glass and acidic mixture as I step over it. I'm still suspicious that it's waiting for me until it shows signs of danger. As I leave, I hear Fan hit his head on the table as he dives underneath. The noise continues as the odd guy mutters to himself and bumps into more things. Even after I leave the classroom, I can hear a yell of "Eureka!" It echoes through the hallway, soon followed by an "Oh no, I'm out of ink!" Where should I go now? Pokemon Riding Club. As Zeb Striker gallops past me looking like a blur of black and white, a large Arcanine follows shortly behind with its magnificently fluffy tail flowing through the wind. I'm rather awestruck when I realize people are riding them. It makes me remember one of my mother's coordination moves was to jump on top of her Rapidash's back and ride it standing up. It was completely dangerous now that I think about it, but it was really cool at the time. I'm not sure it's something I'd ever try to attempt myself, but the idea of riding a Pokemon seems pretty exciting, if I could ever gather up the courage. I stand in place for a while just watching the various Pokemon run around. I realize I must look like an idiot just standing there, but it's hard to pull myself away as I count the various types of Pokemon that can be ridden. I had no idea. I'm so immersed in my own thoughts I fail to notice that one of the riders has wound up very close to the fence in an attempt to pass by another member. By the time I realize it's too late, the hoofs of her Pokemon filling up dirt from the hippodrome and right into my face. Ah! Oh, crud! I wipe the dirt away from my face, though my eyes are full of grit. I squint, barely making out that the rider has brought her Sawsbuck to a stop and is now coming in my direction. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I was just taken by surprise. I'd recommend you get some sunglasses if you enjoy standing to the fence so close. I open my mouth to give an answer, but get interrupted in my thoughts once again when I watch another group of riders dash past us. I try to cover it up by continuing to wipe the grit from my eyes, but the rider is able to see right through me. You like Pokemon riding, huh? I don't know. It's interesting to watch. I didn't know there were so many kinds of Pokemon that could be ridden. Oh yeah, there are more. There are more than the ones we have available here. Well, whatever. My name's Lillian. You interested in joining the club? What? No, I'm fine with just watching. Oh, fine. If you change your mind, you can always consult with me or one of the other members. The activity is fun, and the average rate of 2 to 3 broken bones a month is possible. The what? I must have made an interesting face because both Lillian and the Sawsbuck give off a quite bemused snort at my reaction. I'd fallen for her joke, or at least her idea of a joke. Broken bones don't really sound that funny to me, though. Just kidding. About the bones, not the fun. We have 2 older go-goats that are very gentle with beginners. Thanks, but I'll stick to watching for now. Whatever floats your boat. I watch her give a shrug before she directs her Pokemon back to the hippodrome. She waves in my direction for a last time before galloping off. I can't help but watch again. but the joke about the broken bones does continue to stick in the back of my mind. That conversation hadn't exactly been motivational enough to make me want to join. Where should I go now? Battle Practice Club. The Battle Practice area is an impressive section on the campus, with a number of different fields set up for people to practice on. Grass, clay, rocks, each field is made to suit a different theme. Pretty obvious that the school puts a lot of emphasis on Pokemon courses judging by this place. It's easy to feel that a lot of people in Pokemon have been practicing their moves here, although it seems things get rather messy at times. Scorch marks from various attacks plaster the surrounding grounds and spectator stands. Even though Yamabuki North is such a prestigious school, the students here are still just amateurs. On one of the fields further away, a Rhyhorn shatters a large rock into 1,000 shards by ploughing through it. It makes me feel slightly in awe at the sight, maybe even a tad jealous. I hadn't been to a battle in a long time, let alone participated in one. I remember I used to play with my mother's Pokemon when I was little. I pretend to be her during one of her coordination battles and yell out orders. Her Pokemon would play along, pulling their attacks back to be gentle in case I did something stupid like run out in front of them. I used to do stupid stuff like that all the time as a kid. New one. How many times I gotta tell you, Jigglypuff? Use disarming voice, not sing. Let me do this properly.
Buff, buff.
I know you like that move better, but it's no use in battle. Not unless you want to purposely send everyone in the stands to sleep, including me.
Jiggly.
You get it now, though? Alright, let's try this again. Jigglypuff, use disarming voice. I'm gonna clamp my hands over my ears just in case.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, no. Girls are what? I better get out of here before I fall asleep too. Where should I go now? Let's go to the band. The energetic strumming of a guitar fills the empty hallways. The sound is emanating from a classroom, a sign on the front indicating that it belongs to one of the various bands on campus. The strumming comes to an abrupt halt. I don't know much about music, but I liked what I heard. Rock music has always appealed to me. The lack of music has made me all the more conscious of the squeaky sound of my sneakers giving off when traversing the hallway floor, though. The sneakers, they aren't very good at allowing me to sneak around. I just hope whoever's inside hasn't noticed me spying at them through the ajar door. Did they see me? Come on, baby. I'm just trying to give you a tune-up. You don't have to be so stubborn. Phew, he wasn't. Is this guy a senior? Pretty good looking. I'm surprised he doesn't get fans lurking outside. I'm in kind of a lurker right now. Hey, who's there? Time to run! Where should I go now? Newspaper club. I recognize this music. A pile of pizza boxes are stacked up in a corner looking like they're about to topple over. Pens, pencils, paper, and photographs are scattered all around the room without any sense of order to them. Starting to get the feeling we're back in the science club. I have no idea how people get any kind of work here done. I've yet to see the school newspaper though, so I suppose I can't judge. It'd be interesting to see what kind of people run the school newspaper, but without anyone around it's impossible to know. Where should I go now? Let's go to the dorm. I think that will do it for now. It's been a long day and I still have to move my things in properly. The dorm room assigned to me is small, but that's all I need for it. It's already as messy as someone that's been there for a few years. The rest of the building has everything I need if I want to cook or relax in a bigger space, but if I just want some peace and quiet, this is good enough. The photos of my parents sit on the small shelf opposite my bed, along with a number of small trinkets I've collected over the years. I still cling onto my stack of old training cards from when I used to collect them as a kid, hoping they'll skyrocket in value one day. They're all of famous trainers and coordinators, a few of whom signed their cards for me. It helped to have a mother in the coordinating scene and a father that worked with the league, I suppose. The rest of my shelf is dedicated to my movie collection. I don't have any particular genres I enjoy or stick to. I just find movies I like and collect them. I used to rent a lot of different movies for my mother and I to watch together, or to watch on my own when I was alone. If I ended up liking the movie, I bought it. I have movies spanning from a number of eras, from crime thrillers to romantic comedies to monster movies. Doesn't really matter if the movie is good or not, since sometimes even the worst films can have their own sort of charm. Person is me. Maybe it just means I have no taste. Oh, yeah, it's definitely me. But it's not like I've ever really had friends which I could share things I could like with. Friends. I honestly have no idea if I'll make any while I'm here. I'm not exactly interested in making any, but from what I've seen so far, the school has quite a lot of personalities. Maybe I'll find someone I can call my first friend. I think about how to go about making friends, but right now I'm too tired. Time to sleep. Oyasumi. It's Tuesday. Again? It's Tuesday again. Okay. Oh, we got a few options here. Now, these aren't the same people that we ran into. They're more like checking out who we can do for another day, I suppose. It's a little bit complicated, but it's kind of fun that way. We don't know what's coming. There are some bonus ones, but I think I feel like maybe we should save those. Let's go see Sarah. Sarah. I'm just gonna call her Sarah, okay? Oh, accidental click. It looks like I don't have my morning routine completely figured out yet. It's the first time I made and packed my own lunch because the cafeteria menu of the day didn't look too appealing, and I calculated far too much time for that. Now I'm early for class. Could have spent those precious minutes sleeping. What to do, explore the campus some more? No. I don't want to creep around places I have nothing to do with when no one else is here. Or even worse, there might be people who are cheery in the morning. I'll just go to the classroom already. Maybe I can take a nap there before class starts. A nap would be really good right now. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. A red-headed girl has grabbed hold of me for balance. Folders and loose sheets of paper are strewn across the floor. She quickly backs off and starts to clean up the mess. How could she even carry all of that? Oh, I'm sorry too, I wasn't looking. What sort of voice should I do? No, I think it because of... No, I couldn't even see where I was going. I thought it would be a good idea to carry everything at once, so I wouldn't have to go back. You're a new student, right? This must be a terrible first impression. I promise we're usually more organized here. You okay? Yes. I should probably help. I go and pick up some papers that have flown far away and put them on the stack that she's collecting. Thanks. What is all this stuff for? These are the records from all the clubs. We need them to make this year's budgets. It's high time for that. I'm the treasurer of the school council, you see. Oh, cool. It sounds like a lot of boring work. How do they find students to do that? Can you load me up with the rest? The stack of folders she is holding already reaches up to her chin, and the stack left on the floor is alarmingly tall as well. What should I go with? That's not my problem though. She'll probably be more careful on the rest of the way. No. We're not that rude. I can't bear to watch that. I still have time to anyway, so I might as well help her carry this stuff. No, I'll help you carry that. I was early for class anyway. Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you. What was your name again? I'm Haru. My name is Sarah. Oh, I already said I'd call her Sarah. Alright, let's go with Sarah then. She walks really fast. The stack I'm carrying wobbles dangerously as I try to keep up. I regret everything. So, how do you like the school so far? Well, it's school. I guess it's okay. Not the enthusiastic type, huh? Well, there's more to Yamabuki North than just school. The clubs here are excellent. You should join one. What do you like? I don't know. I can tell you all about the clubs and help you decide. That's one of my tasks. Oh, please no, not in the morning. But, not today. I'll be busy with this budget stuff. Oh, phew, good. Should I ask another school council member to talk to you? Thanks, but it's not that urgent. I'm still busy adjusting to the schoolwork. Oh, okay. But don't put it off for too long. I promise there'll be a club you enjoy. Here we are. Thanks for your help. No problem. I have to head to class now, though. Better get going before she tries to recruit me to the school council or something. As I set my stack of folders down on the table, it topples over and most of it falls on the floor. Just as graceful as me. But yeah, bye. Have a nice day. Oh, you too. Damn, why do I think I have to escape whenever someone talks to me? She's so nice. It's Wednesday. Where shall I go? Oh, this is a bit different from what I thought it would be. Guess we get to check out a few people. You know what, let's go check out the Year 2 PE class. I'd heard about these lessons from some of the others in the class. Ava Sensei's dreaded physical tests. I ended up hearing a lot of stories such as, one time she made us run around the track with stakes around our necks while being chased by Poochiana. And remember the swimming test where she put a hungry Totodile in the pool to encourage us? As well as, barely any of us could stand atop a flying Pidgeot while it max speed, let alone just hang on to begin with. I don't know how she expected us to do it. That last one especially made me want to go crawl under a desk and never come out. Too late though, I'm already standing in a line along with a number of other Year 2 students. Put my hands behind my back so nobody will see them shaking. Eye Patch Sensei starts marking down those that are present, though she doesn't seem too miffed that quite a number seem to be absent.
Psst, Sky.
Oh, I got the voices from Sky.
What?
This is the first time I've taken this class.
Shh, here we go.
As you all know, you must attend a certain number of these classes in order to pass. Unfortunately for those that have come down with some sort of mysterious illness unknown to science today, they picked one of my easiest classes. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Wait for it.
Sensei, what we'll be doing here today then? I'm glad you asked. Today we'll be practicing our dodging skills. You'll start off by dodging a ball your partner throws at you in order to train your hand-eye coordination. Don't worry, they're quite soft. Oh, that doesn't sound nearly as bad as I thought.
I said wait for it.
After that, you'll be jumping over a vault in preparation to do the same off the back of a charging Bastiodon. What?
Told you.
This one's pretty easy, but I'll demonstrate it for you. A shrill whistle pierces the air. From behind one of the sports sheds, I hear a snort and then rumbling. A Bastiodon bursts onto the field and begins to charge around the track. It slowly turns until it's charging alongside the line we made and kicking up dust and dirt into our faces. Ava Sensei doesn't seem concerned in the slightest, though my own heart is racing. I see her ready herself, then take off. A few huge steps, a round off, and suddenly she flips over the charging Bastiodon, hands touching its back for a brief second in order to spring off and land with a somersault. I join the others with a half-hearted clap. It's not that it wasn't impressive, it's just I'm kind of terrified of having to do that myself. Eye Patch Sensei looks rather pleased with herself regardless of the reception. That was a move called the Yurchenko Vault. By the way, if you're wondering. I don't expect you to do anything that complicated, but you all get to practice on the vaults until you're confident enough to have a go at jumping over the Bastiodon. Will the Bastiodon be going that fast every time? About half that speed. Which is still enough to break your leg if you're not quick enough, so I suggest you practice a lot. Is there a chance we could split our hands open on the Bastion's back like you have? What? Oh shit, not again. I suddenly noticed the blood pouring from the gaping wound on Ava Sensei's hand. A couple of students let out gurgling noises before fainting to the floor, the sight of blood obviously not helping on top of the already stressful task ahead of them. Ava Sensei goes beet red, turning around to hide the injury and ripping the bottom of her shirt to create a bandage for herself. I frown to myself as I notice a rather large scar extending from her abdomen to her hip. That's strange. I turn towards Sky expecting some kind of shock, but she seems more bored than anything. Is this normal or something?
I'd be more amazed if she made it through the lesson without turning herself into a blood fountain. She's worse than Will.
I've told you all your instructions, so those of you who hadn't fainted, pair up and look after yourselves, so I'll be right back. Hey, Sky, do you want to pair?
Saddest catch!
Jeez, do you realize we can do whatever we want while she's gone, right?
Yeah, and I want to play dodgeball. Come on.
I've been ditched. Who else is around? Maybe that blonde girl? Hey, did you want to pair up? ... question mark? ...
You need something?
I'll just ask someone else.
Suit yourself.
I'm running out of options. I go searching for a cute girl to pair her up with, and somehow I wind up with a guy like you. Not like I wanted this or anything. You want me to throw this or not? I think I'd be sweet talking some little honey right now. What'd you throw that at my face for? It's your fault for not concentrating on the task. I'll not end up being run over by a bastion today, thanks. Hey, you were deliberately aiming at my head, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Ow, now that was definitely deliberate.
You know, I think maybe I got lucky being by myself.
Hey, new kid, Haru, right?
Oh, yeah, you by yourself too?
It's Torin, and yeah, I think people get a bit scared of me sometimes. I want to know why, but I feel like that might be a bad question to ask. Anyway, I was thinking of skipping the whole dodgeball thing and practicing on the vault already before everyone gets to it. Want to join me? I can't exactly throw a ball at myself by myself, so sure. Awesome! Ava-sensei said we didn't have to copy that Yuchingo move or whatever it was, so I was thinking of just running and jumping over the top.
Hopefully without touching the vault either.
Yeah, I'm not really up for another trip to the nurses this week.
Another? We line up before the vault set by the track.
At least old Blood Fountain Sensei remembered to put a mat down for us to land on. Not that we'll probably have the comfort of that at the final task. I watch as Torin goes first, sliding across the horse before flopping onto the mat as ungracefully as you can get. He waves at me to go next, though I don't like my chances. My first try results in a belly flop onto the mat, but at least I clear the vault. I look behind me to see the rest of the class has descended into chaos with a giant game of dodgeball. Guess that means I'll have more time to practice. Hi, Hyperman Goji, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Ava-sensei eventually comes back, looking paler than before. She waves it off, telling us it's nothing compared to last year where she got speared through the foot by Nidorino's horn attack. Before I can even imagine how that would look, what that would have looked like, she's ordering us to get ready for the final test. Most of the class begins to panic. I'm starting to see why people end up failing Ava's tests. They're so busy playing around when she's gone they don't bother to practice. I line up with the others, though I have no idea what kind of preference our teacher has for calling people out. Everyone seems more concentrated on making their presences as diminished as possible. Let's see, who's going to be victim number 1 for the day?
Please don't pick me!
Sadist, how about you?
No.
Sadist, how about you?
Fine.
That's the spirit. I can hear Sadist muttering under her breath as she lines up on the track. Ava does her high-pitched whistle again, the Bastiodon from earlier starting its charge towards Sadist. She doesn't quite seem scared, but if anything she's more irritated. I realise she knows what she's doing as she steps to the side last second and lets the Bastiodon barrow through. Ava-sensei seems disappointed, writing something down on her clipboard. The Bastiodon lumbers back to its starting position, snorting loudly.
Nope, not that today. Why would I ever need to dodge a charging Bastiodon anyway? They're extinct. Can't we just chuck a Pokeball at its face?
I was hoping for a little more enthusiasm from you this time, Sadist.
There are some marks I'd rather do without. If you want someone to do them, who wants them, you should ask Scott.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Scott! But... just get out there, man. Can't have my practice partner looking all pathetic on me.
But we didn't practice. You just threw a ball at my face for half an hour.
Scott! Coming. Sorry, I'm really bad at male voice, so it might just be my voice the entire time. Oh jeez, what do I do again? Jump over the Bastion while performing a Yurchenko vault. Wait, I can't do that! What are we supposed to do then? I don't want to look like I haven't listened to the instructions. Do I run? Jump out of the way? Ah! Pay attention, Scott! Preoccupied with mentally running through the procedure, the 300-kilo rock beast thundering towards him has completely escaped Scott's attention. At Ava's warning, Scott snaps to attention like a dealing in the headlights. His limbs flailing like a wobbly frillish, he finally manages to make a decision and leaps out of the way onto the nearby grass. Ava shakes her head as she scribbles something on her clipboard. What the hell was that? Weren't you afraid of selling your grades or something? Couldn't be helped, not to mention the risk of getting my arms injured. If that happened, I wouldn't be able to take the exams or play the violin or write for the newspaper. Passing a PE test isn't worth jeopardizing my other grades. I'll just have to rely on my other subjects to pull me up. Yeah, you're such a nerd, Scott. All you had to do was jump over the damn thing. Oh, are you volunteering to go next, Null? What? No. I see. Well, you're up anyway. Yes, damn it. Null seems far more confident, even though his knees begin to shake when Ava-sensei whistles. It's probably fake courage, but I'm interested to see if anyone here will make it. You think there would at least be a couple people who would be up for the challenge, considering how outlandish these tests are, though. Perhaps all I'll see today are fails. Noel turns his head slightly, giving a wink and a grin to some nearby girls. Ugh. A couple of them giggle back at him, though I'm not sure if that's because they can see right through him or they're actually enamoured. I suppose it could be either way, considering his looks. Don't worry, ladies, this sort of thing is nothing for somebody like me. I'll show you how it's done. Noel, you'll get to see me in action, so make sure to cheer for me, alright? Now watch out! Ava Sensei shocks him out of his floating ways to see the Bastiodon he was meant to be leaping over just a feet away from him. I hear some gasps and screams from people sure that it's about to end in disaster. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sensei run and jump towards Null, her feet planting themselves into his chest before drop-kicking him out of the way. He goes flying for a brief second until he lands and skids across the grass. Ava Sensei backflips off him, landing on her ass just inches away from the Bastiodon's trajectory. I see her give a sigh of relief. You're in class, Mr. Zahir. I expect you to pay attention. Yes, ma'am. And for the rest of you, I hope you've learned a lesson here. An attacking Pokemon isn't going to sit back and wait for you to finish monologuing, or laying out your plans, or whatever else whatever else it is you want to do. You react there and then. I don't mind if you want to roll out of the way, but I expect you to at least do something. I didn't think there was actually a lesson for reason for these lessons, but maybe I'm starting to see the point.
Wow, that's the first time we've been that close to a casualty outside at Sensei.
Huh? What'd you say?
Huh? Oh, well, nobody in his lessons have actually gotten hurt before.
Serious?
Yeah, that time she got a horn attack through the foot, it was because some student messed up and she had to save them. So unless you do something outrageously stupid, you'll be okay.
Oh. Outrageously stupid? Like, how stupid? What if I do something like that? Haru!
Yes?
Try not to do anything that'll get me maimed, okay? Now this is a responsibility I'd rather do without right now. What are you waiting for? Get out there. My legs are wobbling around so much it feels like they just took a supersonic head-on. Ava Sensei gives that shrill whistle again, and before I know, the Bastion before me is tearing for me. It doesn't seem tired at all after the previous run-bys. Oh, Arceus, this is nuts! I don't want to get hurt though, or Ava Sensei hurt, and I don't want to fail in front of everybody. I gulp and try to steady myself. Something seems different though. The Pokemon is going slower than before? Maybe it just looks slow because I'm facing it, or is it actually a bit tired? Shit, it's coming for me. Do something, Haru! I try to imagine the Voldo practice over and over again. Before I'm even sure of what I'm doing, my instincts kick in and I start to run. I'm sure I'm going to crash, but inches before the Bastion gores me through the leg, I jump. My foot catches on the creature's crest, sending me into a somersault. My legs flail through the air and I land, doing the splits. I'm sure it must have been impressive because the class is clapping like mad. Ava Sensei says something about a 10 out of 10. I can't hear them properly though. I'm in too much pain. It's Thursday. Where shall we go? Well, first... Just want a drink? Fan. How about we continue on this, eh? It feels like the last class has decided to go on forever. The sun has been baking down on the classroom for most of the day, and due to the harsh sunlight, the teacher has had to shut the curtains a while ago. It doesn't take long to figure out that this only helped in the short run though, because the combination of warmth and darkness has almost lulled half the class to sleep, and even the teacher is spacing out again. By now he's dropped and broken at least 3 pieces of chalk. Thankfully, the bell rings and I can get out of the oven that we used to call a classroom. I don't know much else than that I need some cool air. My head feels clouded, as if steam is rising from my brain, making it unbearable, making me unable to really remark my surroundings. Without being entirely sure just how it happened, I somehow managed to zombie walk halfway through the school and make it to the door without even noticing. The breeze feels great on my face, and I can slowly feel my brain waking up from hibernation. I now realize that I'm staring at the track course where only 2 people are running. I'm guessing that they decided to get some fresh air in their own way. On the opposite side of the track field, I spot a tree that covers a large area below it in sweet, sweet shade. I quickly scoot over to the cool grass where I lean up against the tree trunk. My eyes slowly close, and for a second I feel the serenity return to me. Can we take a break? And the serenity is gone. That was fast. I open my eyes and notice the runners just passing the tree. No, fam, we're only halfway. Halfway? As in 50% of the way? You know another half? As the two runners continue past the tree, their voices grow fainter, though I can hear that the discussion is still going on as they reach the far end of the field. I decide to ignore them for now and spend my break as I had planned, on taking a nice nap in the shade. They pass again twice, and with each lap I hear the guys panting and gasping getting louder, while the girls' attempts at having him continue running get louder. Just listening to his gasping makes me thirsty, and I reach into my backpack for the bottle of water that I know is supposed to be down there somewhere. Getting it up proves more difficult than first anticipated though, as I manage to get it stuck underneath at least 3 books. I continue wedging it back and forth until the bottle is finally firm in my grasp and free from the books. My tiny victory from getting the bottle proves short-lived though, as one of the runners suddenly decides to go off-road and crashes next to me, making sure I nearly ended up squeezing the bottle so hard that water could have sprayed everywhere if not for the bottle cap. His partner seems relatively unfazed by the situation as she keeps jumping from foot to foot on the spot while he's face down in the grass. Come on, Fan, you're not supposed to quit now. You still need 5 laps. Alice, no. 9 is enough. Come on, we agreed that you were going to keep up. I don't have enough air to keep running. I need a break. That's just because you're blabbering from the second you set foot on the track. Well, technically I've been running with my legs and been running with my mouth for 9 laps. That's technically 18 laps of running. So I'm 4 laps beyond done. Believe me, you're not the only one that's beyond done here. So can I call it quits for now? No. But I'm dehydrated. I just inhaled 5 ounces of dirt here. You have a water bottle, can you... Oh, you have a water bottle. Can you lend my friend some water so he can finish his laps? Speaking of water, I need another one. It's actually all of my water. Should have done more. Which one should we go with? Is there something wrong with the water fountain over there? Sure, but maybe you should just let him stop at 10, 14 laps in. Let's go with the second one. See, that's what I said too. Just drink the water and let's go. If you manage to beat me to the finish line, you can stop after 10. Okay, it's on. I hand Fan my bottle and he manages to empty half of it before handing it back. Thanks, dirt is a dish best served moist. No problem, I think. Then again, wondering the amount of water compared to the amount of dirt, I guess it doesn't really go as moist. Maybe more along the lines of soaked. Dirt is a dish best served soaked. No, that doesn't quite have the right ring to it. I'm getting all the voices mixed up, aren't I? There's a lot of characters in this. If you keep talking, I'm adding another 5 laps. She hardly finishes the sentence before Fan stands ready next to her. Ready? Set? Go! At the last word, both she and Fan start running. They hardly manage to run 20 feet before Fan says, Hey look, a water fountain! As they reach the third corner, it's painfully obvious that Fan is not going to win, even if winning means that he gets to stop running. It also becomes even more painfully obvious that the reason he still can't run is because he's still talking. Alice passes the finish line and stops in front of me. Fan, for the love of Arceus, stop talking. It takes more than something as trivial as a lack of oxygen to make me stop talking. You still might want to do that though. Looks like you're about to faint. It takes more than losing consciousness to make me stop talking. The sad thing is that he's not lying. I don't doubt that. The bell rings again, signaling me to return to the classroom, and I hastily make sure I don't forget any of my things below the tree. I say my goodbyes to the 2 runners, and as I leave the track, I notice that Alice starts running again while Fan keeps cheering on her from the spot he had crashed in earlier. It's Friday. Where shall we go? Goodness, we haven't been able to make much headway with getting a route, have we? I might actually end this at about 1 hour and try to work out what exactly I'm doing here. So let's do, dorm movie night. Let's try that. I have my head on my desk in exasperation again as the pages of the notebook in front of me are blank as they were when I started my homework for the night. I'm supposed to be doing an analysis on some poem from 20 years ago, but it's one of the most boring pieces of writing conceived by humanity. I don't think there's any way I can do this Maybe I can convince one of the students in my class to let me copy theirs. Come to think of it though, Ava Sensei would probably see right through that. I'd better get a start on it, or at least write something down. Right then. I hear the dorm door open and a bunch of people noisily shuffle inside. Their voices are muffled through the door, so I can't quite make out what they're saying, but I can make out a lot of giggling. Sounds like fun. Mentally, I have a choice. Go downstairs and try to be sociable, or stay up here for another 4 hours with a poem called Requiem for a Tuesday. Downstairs, a handful of students have congregated on the lounges around the dorm TV. I've seen a couple of them around school before, but I can't recall any names. No, that movie was stupid. You can't pay me to watch it again. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, but it's a wrong opinion, you mean. Can you guys stop the arguing? You're giving me a headache.
Oh, someone's here.
All eyes shoot upward, straight towards me, halfway descended down the stairs. I can't help but blush and feel a little uncomfortable seeing so many people staring at me. Hello? Hey, sorry we disturbed you. We didn't think anyone would be home. You're Hiro, right? It's Haru, actually.
See you, mate? Told you so.
Whatever, Lillian.
Hey, Haru, can we ask you something? It's important. Oh, Mew, not this again. What did you think of evolution?
What, the process through which Pokemon evolve?
You know, the movie.
Probably best not to get involved.
Oh, you can ignore Alex and tell Lillian the truth. It's a dumb movie. Hey!
I haven't seen it, to be honest. Yumi and Lillian both look at me with a mixture of disappointment and frustration, while an expression of prolonged exasperation sweeps across the faces of the other two girls. They must have been arguing about this for quite a while beforehand. You've seriously never seen Evolution? I haven't even heard of it.
Well, guess what we're watching today, then?
Lucky you. Ugh. So, do you guys normally sneak into dorms to watch movies? Monthly movie night. Oh, a movie night. That sounds pretty fun. Though you sure picked a hell of a night for it. Same night as the homework apocalypse. You can join if you want. We're just waiting on someone else. Oh, that sounds pretty great, actually. I take a seat on the couch between Claire and Lillian. So, which one of you has the movie? None of us. Dewey's bringing it soon. Dewey?
Don't worry, she's super chill.
Ah, that must be Dewey.
Jeez, finally.
The group looks expectantly towards Claire, the closest student to the door. With a resigned sigh, she stands up, opens the door to reveal a sleepy-looking girl. Dewey has well and truly arrived. She sure looks chill, though. Hey, losers.
Hey yourself, loser.
Dewey plonks herself down on the couch next to me. I scoot over a little bit and she stretches out to occupy as much of the couch as she can. I shoot a concerned look over the Lillian, who giggles. I keep forgetting you're a new kid. Don't worry, Dewey just does that. That's comforting, I guess? You got the comfort part right, Haru. Right on. She holds up her hand for a high five as she squirms into a sweet spot on the couch. I decide not to leave her hanging and quickly complete the high five. Hey nerd, you're in my spot. Yeah, and it's real cozy. I'm aware, that's why I was sitting there. Thanks, Claire. You're the best. Hey, Dew, you brought the movie, right? Shit, I forgot something. I knew I forgot something. A resigned groan reverberates around the room, everyone giving Dewey the evil eye. Alex even threw a cushion at her. It must be not much be... Sorry. It must not... This is the reason why I don't read any other stories for the podcast, because I mess up like this all the time. It must not be a much appreciated gesture if you forget to bring a movie to a movie night, which is fair enough now that I think about it. It was your turn this time, Dewey. Now what? Hey, relax. Someone's got to have brought a movie, right? No one else brought any movies. Still getting the voices mixed up. Suddenly I remember that I have a collection of films upstairs on a shelf next to my bed. I wonder if anyone here would be interested in the stuff that I've got. Well, actually, I've got a few movies upstairs. We could watch those instead? Sounds good. If we don't have to watch Evolution, then that definitely would be up for that. What have you got? I'll show you. I'll be right back. I quickly run upstairs and into my room. All my movies are on the bottom shelf. In a rush to get downstairs, I don't even look at the ones I grab. I just take as many as I can and carry them in my hands. I plod back down the stairs, holding the massive stack of movies. As soon as I reach the lounge room, though, I try to slowly, carefully place them on a coffee table. But as soon as I move my hands away, they all collapse into a big pile. This seems like a running theme with horror, doesn't it? Everyone quickly dives in, searching through them to pick out tonight's sacred choice. So much for keeping it neat, huh? You've clearly got an eclectic taste in films. Thank you? Hey, I'll go order the pizza. I'll be back in a bit. Oh, get the cheese supremo. I keep doing it. Oh, I haven't seen most of these in a long time. Pocahontas! Love that movie. Oh, ew. White chicks. No, let's not watch that one. It's so dumb. But I love white chicks. Morville Rouge? No, it's super sad. Yeah, no sad movies tonight. Ari, what do you want to watch? I think about it for a moment, looking at the pile of 30 or so films splayed out across the floor. I'm honestly having trouble deciding what I want to watch. Actually, that's a total lie. I really want to watch White Chicks, but I don't want to make too big of a fool of myself in front of my peers. Instead, I just pick out 2 movies from the top of the pile and hold them up. A documentary called Damatarian in the Mist, or the comedy series Ghost Type Busters. Either one of these 2 would be cool. A resounding ooh emanates from the girls at my choices. I guess I got pretty lucky. Alex and Lillian seem drawn to Ghost Type Busters, while Claire's face lights up the side of the documentary. Damantian? How on earth do you pronounce some Pokemon names? Damantian in the Mist, hands down. What, are you kidding? Ghost Type Busters. It's so old, the animation isn't even good. Damantian, on the other hand. Damanitan, on the other hand, is super fascinating. No way, no one wants to watch a super boring documentary. We already had 6 hours of learning today. 1, it's not boring. 2, let's just have a vote. Sorry, Claire, but I've never seen Ghost Type Busters. Haha, yes, in your face, Claire. Rude. No, I'm sorry, Claire. Chill, I'm just kidding. Give it here, I'll put it in. Alright, I'm back. What did you decide? Ghost Type Busters. Cool, I love that movie. Oh, Ghost Type Busters is cool, but evolution is stupid? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Hey Dewey, what have you got to eat, dude? Oh, not a lot, sorry? Dewey, I literally just got back from ordering pizza 30 seconds ago. Yeah, I'm sort of hungry now. I slept through lunch again. Shh! I haven't seen this yet! Everyone goes quiet as the title sequence starts. Alex is way more invested in the film than the rest of us are, apparently being the only one who hasn't seen it. As the on-screen gang of heroes catches their first ghost type, we hear a knock at the door. Ah, that must be the pizza! Yume jumps up again to get the door this time, opening it to reveal a shaggy, disheveled-looking boy. Another student from the academy too. I remember seeing his face once or twice around the school. Oh man, so many characters on screen. Yo, I got a cheese supremo and a veggie deluxe for this address. Yeah, that's us. Oh, Cody, what's up? Oh, sup, Dewey? Damn, you guys are watching Ghost Type Busters! Cody pushes past the slightly confused Yume and into the lounge room. Oh yeah, we are, man. Want to stick around and watch? Yeah, I love this movie! Cody flops down in a spot between Lillian and Alex, kicking his shoes off and stretching his arms out. Definitely made himself welcome. Claire, Lillian and Alex glance at each other nervously, unsure of the events transpiring. Welcome to the club. Can you guys be a bit quieter, please? More and more of the movie passes. You'd be at the halfway mark now. The characters in the film had just defeated a bunch of Haunter at a library, and now there was a bunch of romantic subplot happening. The atmosphere of the room has gotten a little less relaxed at the introduction of Cody. I don't know if it's because he's a boy and this was originally organised to be a girls' night in or kind of deal, or if it's simply because they don't know him as well as they know each other. Could be the smell though. Whatever his deal is, he needs a damn shower. He smells like sweat and pizza crusts. Hey, do any of you actually live in this town? Yeah, I do. These guys just turned up and now we're watching movies. So you guys are having like a movie night? Yeah, we were gonna watch Evolution, but Joey forgot to bring it. You were gonna watch Evolution? I freaking love that movie! This snaps Lillian's attention from the movie and straight into the conversation as she excitedly jumps up from her spot on the couch to gloat. Yumi, did you hear that? That's your proof Evolution is a good movie. Wow, you got one person to agree with you on that. Congrats. You're just as jealous. Damn, a victory dance? How long have they been arguing about that? Lillian's gloating and victory dance is quickly silenced, though, by a fierce knock at the door. Are you guys expecting more company? No, we're not. Whoever it is, they sound pissed. I'll answer it, I guess. Opening the door proves to be a mistake. Behind it is a very grumpy-looking third-year student wearing a pizza uniform. She pushes past me as soon as the door is open. My best guess is that she's here for Cody. Alright, where is he? Oh shit, it's Wolf. Alex, you gotta hide me. What? I don't... Hey, what's up, Alice? Dewey, tell me where Cody is. He's supposed to be back half an hour ago. Yeah, he's over there. Yumi points over towards the couch where Cody is unsuccessfully trying to avoid making eye contact with Alice. Thanks for selling me out, Yumi. Alright, you, with me, now. But we haven't gotten to the part with... Alice walks over to Cody and grabs him by the ear, pulling him to his feet and towards the door. Wow, violence. We got 12 orders while you were gone. You are coming back with me now. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I'll go. Ow. Okay then, good. I expect this from Dewey, but not from you. Love you, Alice. I know, Dewey. See you tomorrow. After taking a few moments to process exactly what had happened, I close the door. I slowly make my way back to the room and take my spot back on the couch. That was weird. Must be something in all the dough there. All the pizza people seem kind of off. like Dewey. I look over at Dewey dangling cheese from a slice of pizza into her mouth. She slowly looks at us, acknowledging the conversation. And she's not wrong. Can we start watching the movie again, please? With that, the movie night continues on once again. We finished Ghost Type Busters, and there's talk of putting on another movie afterwards. But instead, the group just devolves into another heated discussion about films. We couldn't choose between Spirited Away or the Volpix and the Houndor. Still, being the new kid, I don't get in on the argument much. I mostly take Alex and Dewey's side of being quiet and watching the other three get worked up about what type of animation is better. Then from there it just devolves into Yumi and Claire telling silly stories about Lillian, who in all honesty doesn't seem to mind one bit. The more I think about it, the more I think I really like this school. Alright, we'll end it there for today. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll work out exactly what I need to do more. and then we'll try again.